So you can start to see there's a rainbowing, so it's flashing right now. So we just gotta wait till it starts to fade a little bit. And we take this towel here, and we're gonna give it a light wipe, not hard, just kind of smooth it over. Leveling it off now. You're not doing the final buff yet, you're just leveling it off. You don't want any high spots. Okay, now in just a second I'm going to take this towel and I'm going to do a final buff, and this time I will press kind of hard. So if you guys look here, I don't know if you can see those little spots? So if I left those would be high spots. So that's what you got to get out. Any spots that are dark, it's actually pretty easy to tell on this black paint. Shows up pretty easy. I have to level out this one in the mirror. Shows up pretty easy on this black paint. So as long as you're going slow and you're taking your time, pretty easy to tell. I don't know if it's this easy on all colored paints, but as long as you're looking from all the right angles and you put a little muscle behind it when you're buffing, it comes out pretty darn easy. And it's easy to tell if you have any high spots left over. Okay, I think we're pretty good there. These towels do leave a little bit of lint behind, but I think the ceramic has already started curing, so it's not like it's sticking to it or anything. It should blow off. So I don't see any high spots left. Once you get to this point, you really can't tell a difference between stage 4, which is the polish, in the ceramic coating. The only way you can tell, oops, come on, there we go. The only way you can tell is with this black light. I'm really glad now that I bought this black light. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera or not, but so like right here, there's no coating. See all this right here? That's where there's coating, right? And of course it's not 100% even, but that's fine because you're gonna overlap that. So this is a big help. I'm really glad that they do this dye. It's nice for people like me that have never done it before. I think it gives me a little more peace of mind. Because again, once it's dry like this, you really can't tell where you've done the coating and where you haven't unless you have that light. So okay, I'm gonna keep on going. All right, I am done, guys. That was a long process. If I had to guess, not filming, it probably would have taken me about 10 plus hours. It took me a lot longer than that. It took me about 2.5 days. Not working sun up to sundown, but yeah, it was a lot. So don't expect this to be like a one-day thing. You probably could do it in one day if you worked really hard. But this does take, they tell you to wait 24 hours for it to fully cure. So you don't want to finish and then take it out in a rainstorm, you know, 3 hours later. Yeah, this is it. I don't really see any swirl marks. Of course, that doesn't have anything to do with the coating. Really, the amount of shine or gloss that you'll get isn't really any different after the coating than step 4 with the polish. At least to my eye, I can't tell any difference. Really the whole benefit of doing this, right? You're getting UV protection, you're getting chemical protection, you're getting a sacrificial barrier to save your clear coat, right? Like that's the whole point of it. It really does the same thing as a wax or a sealant. It just lasts much, much longer. It might help a little bit with scratches, but it's not going to be like a magic force field. It's not PPF, but it does look a lot better than PPF because it doesn't leave any lines. Also a lot cheaper. It's labor intensive, but it really wasn't too bad on the cost. I think I purchased right around $300 worth of detailing stuff, but I didn't even use them all in this. Some of them are reusable. The things that aren't reusable is like these little sponges that you use to apply the actual coating. So the coating soaks into this and dries. You cannot reuse this. This is a one-time use. You don't want the crystals in there to be used on another surface. The actual coating itself, guys, so this was the 60 milliliter bottle, right? I only used about half of it. They say this is good for about 3 to 6 months after you open it. I only did the paint and the piano black trim here. I did not do any of the matte textured surfaces because there's some areas that have a little bit of damage. I'll show you, like right here. I think they have other products that'll help with that. I don't think this would fix that. I think this would just stop it from getting worse. So I might eventually coat that, but I didn't this time. I didn't coat the chrome at all. Yeah, I think I'll probably end up coating the wheels at some point, and maybe the wheels on my Mustang. I did get a separate kit specifically for the windows. I clayed the windows, but I did not do the ceramic coating on them. Here's the kit. It's a Car Pro kit, and this is specifically for the glass. So I'll be doing a separate video on that. But here we are, guys. Feel really good about it. My wife is going to drive it to work tomorrow. At that point, it'll have been cured for over 24 hours. And it'll be fun to see what it does in the first storm, you know, when the water starts to beat up on it. That'll be fun. So hopefully you guys learned something from this. My main goal was to show that you don't have to be a pro to get decent results. I think this is pretty good. Granted, I had a good car to start with too, right? If you're willing to put in the time, and you also don't have to break the bank either, right? So again, I spent about $300. You probably could have spent half that. Most of the cost is going to be buying the coating itself, and there will be a few other things that you need if you don't already have them. I still have a bunch of these towels left I bought from Costco. Those are pretty cheap. These aren't the highest end ones, but they're good for the first few steps, right? Trying to clean everything off. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try to answer them. If I know the answer, if I don't know the answer, I will try to point you towards someone that might know the answer. So anyway, good luck if you guys try this. I'll see you later.